Today we're going to be demonstrating the head shake sensory organization test. We have a 58-year-old female who has a normal SOT, sensory organization test score, but is still symptomatic on conditions 5 and 6. She's complaining of a little bit of nausea and dizziness. So we want to bump up the sensitivity of the test and add a head shake to the SOT to see how she performs under a higher demand condition. So I'm going to choose Head Shake SOT off of my main menu here, assessment menu on the dynamic system. Click on Continue. We have to initialize a head tracker that's going to go on her head. It's on a flat surface down here, so we let that initialize for a few seconds. Good. All right, and then on our screen here, we have a choice of choosing horizontal, vertical, or roll types of head movements for testing. Her main complaints are in the horizontal direction when she's turning and moving quickly, so we're going to choose horizontal direction for testing. I'm going to place this head tracker on her head. All right. Try to get it centered, and then tighten it up so it won't move. Will you shake your head a few times? Make sure that's steady on her head. When we choose movement settings on here, the default is for head velocity to be 85 degrees per second, which is just fast enough to stimulate the vestibular system. This is not a test of VOR function because her eyes are going to be closed during the test, but we want to stimulate a lot of reflex activity for posture as well. The amplitude of her head movement is going to be 20 degrees from left to right, so that creates a 40-degree display of head movement, amplitude of head movement as she performs this test. So I'm going to keep the default settings, that's adequate, and the horizontal head direction. We would let her perform this head shake SOT in the same manner she does the SOT test. So her job is just to stand steady with the eyes closed. Since we're only going to be testing SOT 2 and 5 with a head shake, we're going to leave the monitor on for her. She will not be able to see it during the testing, but when we get her prepared for testing, she will get some feedback for head movement, amplitude, and speed. So, Mary, I'm going to start the test now. Here, we're going to turn on the head tracker. So I want you to move your head left and right, just between the two bars that you see on that green one on the right. That's your amplitude. I want you to move it as fast as this little beep you hear, so that the line on the left goes above that 85 degree per second speed. Very good, excellent. All right, so go ahead and shake your head. Keep it going at that speed and amplitude. Close your eyes, and I'm testing you now. So under Head Shake SOT 2, the floor is stable, her eyes are closed, and now she has a head movement that's giving her some vestibular stimulation. So she should be using somatosensory information from her feet and ankles to be able to balance. Good. Open your eyes. Nice. So her head movement was a little bit slow on the first one, so I'm going to try to speed her up a little bit on the next one. Her stability score, equilibrium score, was quite good. So let's see how you do on this next one. Okay, so start your head movement. Go a little bit bigger, not faster, just bigger. Left, right, left, right, left, right. There we go. A little bit bigger. Bigger. Close your eyes, and testing. So we'll try to get the best technically efficient and good performance out of our patient by coaching them during this test. Bigger head movement. There we go. A little bit slower and a little bit bigger. That will keep her at the constant speed that we want. Good. Open. You okay? Mm-hmm. All right. We got a better head speed. And we want that head speed to be somewhere between 85 to about 120 degrees per second, so she's still in the range that we prefer. Alrighty, here we go. Let's do another one. A little bit bigger movement and a little bit slower with that ding. There we go. Keep it going. Close your eyes and testing. Perfect. Keep going. And we can see from her center of gravity placement that her postural control is actually quite good, which we don't expect much of it to degrade under this condition. Open. Nicely done. All right, we should only have to do one. Oh, we actually got a stability bar here. So we have her fixed ratio for the head shake. So she only needed to do 3 of the available 6 conditions on the head shake SOT2 because she had good scores and not much variability on trials 2 and 3. Trial 1 gets thrown out on this test on both head shake SOT2 and 5. That's sort of like a practice trial for your patient. So her stability looks really good, and I'm seeing that her stability from her head shake, from her SOT score to the head shake SOT score, she didn't lose any postural control. She's still really stable. All right, Mary, we're going to move on to head shake SOT5. So you're going to be doing the same exact thing, but now the floor will be moving underneath you if you sway. Okay, so we're going to have you get ready, get the head moving. Nice, she knows how to do the head movement now. Close your eyes and testing. This is a much harder condition. The floor is unstable now, so she can't use that somatosensory input. Her eyes are closed, so vision is not available. And now we're adding noise to the vestibular system. So she has to be able to function and use whatever systems she can to be able to balance to 2 available systems that are both disadvantaged. Head speed's good, postural control actually quite good for her. A lot of people fall on that first condition of head shake SOT5, so she did quite well. All right, you get to do that 3 more times if you do really well here. Get the head movement started, looking good, bigger and a little slower. Good. Close your eyes and testing. Definitely want a harness on everyone. Keep your head moving, Mary. Keep it moving. We don't want the patient to stop the head movement. We want constant head movement throughout the whole test. Nice. Open. And you'll notice I put my hand on the patient as she finishes the test. It sort of helps ground the patient as the force plate levels out again. Very nice. You doing okay? All righty. Get your head going again. Close your eyes and testing. Keep that head moving. It looks really, really good. So far, her head speed has been quite good, technically good test, and her stability bars are about where she was on the regular SOT test. Nice. So she's doing quite well with a head shake added to the SOT. That was on the high end of speed, so we'll see if we can slow her down a little bit and help her stability a little. Close your eyes and testing. Good job. All right, stay right there. All right, we have a ratio bar for her head shake SOT5 relationship to SOT5, and she's almost a 1-to-1 ratio, which means for this client, she actually doesn't lose much postural control with a head movement. Very, very good use of her somatosensory and vestibular system when both systems are disadvantaged. Thank you, Mary.